Does the Bible speak of nuclear warfare in the end times? Now, we need to understand that the Bible had dozens of prophets. Many of these prophets were seers. They were seeing visions of events that would be taking place at a future date. How would they talk about the devastation of a nuclear battle? How would they describe it when the most advanced weapons of their day were swords and spears? Basically, these prophets had to describe these events with non-technological vocabulary. So as we're looking at these passages, we have to be looking for other clues that may be describing nuclear war. Now, there's a second possible mention of nuclear war, and it's found in the book of Zechariah. Now, it's possible Zechariah was again referring to the Gog and Magog battle. It's not completely clear, but many people suspect he was. Now, here's what Zechariah writes in chapter 14, verse 12. Now, this will be the plague with which the Lord will strike all the people who have gone to war against Jerusalem. Their flesh will rot while they stand on their feet, and their eyes will rot in their sockets, and their tongue will rot in their mouth. He was seeing basically flesh and tongues and eyes falling off people. So Zechariah, this is what he saw. This is the vision that he had. So now he had to find a word to describe this. And the word he used was plague, because it was the closest thing that he could come up with that people would understand. Because in the ancient times, in Israel's day, one of the most feared plagues of that time, of course, was leprosy, where people would actually have their noses fall off and their fingers fall off. So when he saw people were having their flesh falling off them, their eyes and their tongues rotting as they stood, the first word that would come to his mind would be plague. This is from him trying to describe it, he says it's a plague. But there's one big significant difference. And that difference is that it would happen so fast that their flesh and their eyes and everything would fall off them while they were still standing. It was an instantaneous event. So, of course, in Zechariah's day, there was nothing that was functioning like that at that time. But he was just using words to describe what he was seeing. So we have to ask ourselves, what was Zechariah seeing? Was it possible that he was seeing the devastation caused by a nuclear blast, where the explosion would happen and cause such that people's skin their flesh would be literally ripped off their bodies while they were still standing? Well, that's what he saw. Is he referring to nuclear devastation? Well, that's up for you to decide.